The 2025 season of Formula One is just beginning, but the battle in qualifying training has already gained contours of strategic tension, psychological warfare, and, of course, a lot of individual talent. What used to be just an exchange of times in the table has turned into a duel of philosophies. On the one hand, McLaren's absolute efficiency in long races. On the other, Max Verstappen's decision power at times of greatest pressure. Although the Team Papaya has demonstrated an impressive mastery in the tests, with 5 wins in the last 6 races, Red Bull still appears as a protagonist when the issue is fast lap in classification. However, there is a question mark hanging over the paddocks. How does the Dutch 4-time champion continue to outperform McLaren's 2 young talents in standings even with a car that is theoretically inferior by 1 lap? That was exactly one of the questions asked by the motorsport.com team in a series of exclusive interviews after the Miami GP. On the one hand, Christian Horner, head of Red Bull, praised Verstappen's mental ability. According to him, it is in the moments of greatest pressure, when the temperature of the tires is at its limit and the psychological game intensifies, that Max really shines. He's a master at these things. He's digging deep, because we know that overall we are 1 or 2 tenths below McLaren, said Horner. On the other hand, Andrea Stella, McLaren's boss, sees the situation very differently. In his words, McLaren has a technically superior car at the pace of the lap, but it presents an unforeseeable behavior at the limit. The problem would not be in the performance of the drivers, but in the lack of front axle sensitivity, making it difficult for Norris and Piastri to be consistent in flying laps. It's a car that doesn't give much information to the driver about what will happen in braking. The best lap of Oscar was in Bahrain. Even so, he said he didn't know how to repeat that performance, Stella revealed. The disagreement between the 2 bosses goes beyond the track. While Horner believes that Verstappen's talent is making a difference in a car below ideal, Stella accuses Red Bull of trying to manipulate the narrative in favor of its main driver. They create this feeling that they are doing miracles, when in fact they want to pressure the rivals with the speech that they should be winning everything, shot the Italian engineer. But this discussion leads us to a deeper reflection. What really defines the best car? Is it the one with the highest absolute potential, but that demands perfection almost impossible to repeat? Or the more balanced and predictable, even if a little slower? McLaren, which is already working on engineering adjustments and updating the MCL39, will try to give this answer in practice, while Red Bull continues to rely on the genius of its star. Which side are you on? Do you think Verstappen is winning by talent or McLaren is underestimating its own problems? Comment below, subscribe to the channel, and stay on top of everything that happens in the world of Formula One.